going to get messages from your enemy. So let's see what your enemy has to say. So we have the Eight of Pentacles to start. We have the Judgment. We have the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands. So what I'm getting is they want to be very victorious, and in a way that's kind of egotistical. Like they want to look like they have full victory and that it came to them very easy and that they're very secure in it. So I think what I'm getting right now is that the enemy is sort of working on really creating an image of like power, security, of like being able to handle conflict and difficulty with like incredible amounts of ease, and that like it's no big deal, and that they're completely comfortable and content. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of like I don't know if it's heavy image curation, or maybe they're legitimately saying like, look, it's not a big deal for me to do whatever it is I did to you. All right, 3 cards for the Eight of Pentacles. All right, we have the Chariot. 4 cards actually. We have the Nine of Wands. The Knight of Wands. We have the Tower. I think they're actually moving through something really difficult right now. I think they are I think they're struggling a lot more than you would realize. And I think they were very careless with their decision making, and I think they almost like very flippantly went into battle, or maybe walked into a situation, and it's like creating like a huge catastrophe for them. So I think it's giving me someone who's definitely going through it, and is definitely dealing with a lot of difficulty, and difficulty that's come from very short-sighted thinking. So I would say your enemy is definitely someone who's probably very impulsive and kind of acts on the fly, and that has actually backfired on them and created a lot of problems that they're now having to kind of get through or deal with. 3 cards for that Five of Wands. Okay, we have the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So they like going into battle, they like starting fights, they like starting conflict. I think that makes them feel powerful, maybe because they can, I don't know, it makes them feel important. Like fighting is really important for their sense of self, like their feelings of well-being, their feelings of power. Like it makes them feel important in some way to start a fight. So they derive like a sense of purpose through creating conflict. And it I think it sort of, I don't know, it like creates a sense of like it's like when they feel like the most whole, or like they feel almost like, it's weird because most people, like conflict makes people feel uncomfortable, or like, you know, it can be very draining. But what I'm getting is that your enemy actually feels very whole and like secure in themselves in conflict. So it's something that it's like very cathartic for them. Like it becomes like a space where they can assert their voice or assert their dominance, or express themselves. Like it's almost like they have an identity during conflict that gives them a lot of power, and that power gives them a lot of peace. All right, 3 cards for the Judgment. All right, we have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. All right, we have the Two of Wands. And the Queen of Cups. So I feel like I'm getting 2 energies here, because the Queen of Cups feels like maybe your energy, which is, you know, maybe a lot more intuitive or tuned in or tapped in, or maybe just like emotionally healthy. And then the Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Two of Wands feels like their energy. And it feels like they're kind of feeling very confident in their ability to like overtake you, overwhelm you, like dominate you. I think they see themselves as like very strong or like very powerful. And they see you as kind of weak. So they really do feel like, you know, they do have the upper hand. They're the better person. They're the stronger person. And like that they can like dominate you because you're so like, the Queen of Cups is like watery, it's feminine, it's psychic, it's like a very soft energy. So I think they really do, like they feel like they kind of like they own the game, like they run this town. Is kind of like the energy I'm getting. Like they feel very powerful. But that's, yeah, they feel like they're very powerful. All right, 3 cards for that 6 of Wands. Actually, 4 cards for that 6 of Wands. 4, yeah. So you have the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the 5 of Cups. So I think what I'm getting is that this has become, whatever conflict that they entered into with you is significantly more difficult than they planned on it being. I think they were planning on like, I think, you know, their confidence as they walked into the conflict, it was very like secure, stable, and strong. And I think there's just been like a lot of pushback, and I think it's just created like a more complicated situation than they bargained for, with a very like sort of long winding path. Like I'm getting like what they thought would be like one and done is like, they're just like, what the hell, like this is like the longest road I've ever seen in my life. Kind of energy. Like there's no, it doesn't feel like, it feels like the way that they perceived the situation is that there would be a very clean cut victory, And I think the way that it's playing out is it's like there's just like a lot of confusion, there's a lot of like everything is very disoriented. And it's like it like that victory that they wanted hasn't really fallen into place. It's just kind of like they're left with like what they thought was a clean cut situation has now become like incredibly complicated and jumbled, and it's like I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, so it's really interesting. I want to see, can we get messages from the universe regarding this conflict? Alright, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Coins. Wait, what was this one then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's interesting. There's 2 Eight of Coins. Alright. No, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's 10. Okay, sorry. Alright, so we have, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Apparently I can't count. I think the cards are saying, like, there are really good things ahead for you. Like, there's a lot of new things that are going to open up for you, and your life is going to expand in a lot of good ways. Yeah. And I think the cards kind of see you as someone who's just very emotionally balanced, and very, like, emotionally stable. So I think, like, even though this person is here, they want to fight you, they want to derail you, they want to, like, conquer you, I think the cards are, like, kind of saying that, like, you're just a very stable, grounded person. And, like, your life is expanding and opening up. So yeah. All right, that was kind of an interesting read. I kind of want to see if I want to do one more pull, and I just kind of want to ask, is there anything your enemy wants to tell you? So just like gonna shuffle these cards really quickly, and see if there's anything your enemy wants to tell you. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Alright, is it one more? Nine of Pentacles. That they're kind of at a loss right now. Is what it looks like. It looks like, even though they're not telling you this, they've lost a lot of power. And it's like they need to, they got to figure out a new game plan for themselves. It actually looks kind of healthy though for them. Like, it looks like it might be, like maybe a bit of a come to Jesus moment. But they're trying to power back up after this setback. So yeah. All right, well, I hope that was interesting.